Will this finally be the year that Canada brings back Lord Stanley?
Take it away from him. Under 4 left, the barn is alive again.
Got me in my hormones, all gas, no brakes, score 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to The Sports Show. That's right, The Sporting Show. No, it's not like that. It's actually The Sports Show. Episode 352. We've given you 352 bangers, which you can go back and listen to if you ever wanted on Spotify, on Podbean, on Instagram, and the YouTube. Thank you to all the new YouTube subscribers, all the comments. We'll get to you. Don't worry, we'll get to you. We appreciate all the interactions. And you know what, Sarado? I do like
Yeah, you know what? I noticed. I was just going to bring him up, too.
I do like to. I'm not sitting on the job. I'm not lying down on the job. I'm comfortable.
Thank God. He's talking about you.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes all the sense in the world. I didn't know what he meant by it. I meant to go see him at church the other day.
No. He was looking at me and he's like, wait a second. He's like, because, I like to.
Yeah, it never crossed me. I'm so used to it. Yeah.
So anyways, but at Sports Show Podcast is the name of the game. It's a blue and white logo. Okay, just remember, a couple Greek flag, blue and white, makes all the sense in the world. Really hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend. We'd really appreciate it. Especially on the Instagram too. Not especially, but our account got hacked a long time ago, and we got to start from scratch. It's almost like Mitch uses pizza analogies. It's like we screwed up the dough.
That's right,
and it wasn't our fault.
No, it wasn't.
It was because we bought bad flour from the vendor,
or you put salt in, and somebody's like, "Oh, you forgot to put salt in," and you put more salt in.
Oh. Forget it.
Wrecked it.
Forget it. But, subscribe. We're here. It's Greek Orthodox Easter weekend. Wow. This is our Super Bowl. We've been doing Media Week all week, from oil on the Wednesday to the Epitaph on the Friday to the Gospels on the Thursday. I mean, we're making rounds over here, but we still got time to hit you with a little bit of sports. Mitch, how you doing, man? And Kali Anastasi.
Hey, Kali Anastasi to you too, to you, to everyone all out there. Greeks, Happy Easters to everybody. I'm doing great, man. Enjoying the time. Did the Friday church going, let's say, for the Epitaph yesterday, which for many, you may not know what that is. That's basically we as Greek Orthodox, we take kind of a makeshift memorial of Jesus around the block in our area here in Calgary. And this is the first time I brought my son and my other new son to the thing, to the pilgrimage, or what do you want to call it. And right, yeah. Dude, it was...
it's like a funeral procession.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for everyone. But all I keep thinking about is, hey, you know what? What this guy did for everybody, can't really fight it. You got to just proceed.
In the analogy of sports, like if you want to talk about, taking a hit to make the play.
Isn't that the truth?
I mean, is Jesus not the greatest... center iceman, left wing, right winger, blocker, defensive tackle. Like, think about it right now.
He is the great one.
Yeah. I mean, there's Gretzky, then there's Jesus.
Yeah.
Then
Ovi. He's third on the list. He's third now.
I mean, when you take a hit to make the play, try getting crucified.
Try.
Like
it. Well, I don't. I almost feel bad about going what I wanted to go into next, which is perusing of the nets. But hey, it's us. We're gonna do it anyways. So I was minding my own business. I was perusing the nets, and I found something that. Let me just say something. With everything that's going on in this world today, okay, there are days I say to myself, Dimitri, I think the world is going to end sooner than later. AI starting to take over. People are just not getting along. Nuclear bombs are, being used in conversation in the wars and all this stuff. And then this came across my desk, my friend, and this is why I know it's almost all over.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So down in, and then here's the other thing. Everyone's like, well, it's not our fault. We just get involved in other people's stuff, Canada/USA. If people would just leave us out of things, maybe it would be fine. Yeah, maybe that's true. Sure. Or maybe there's a reason they keep picking on us and saying, what are you guys doing over there? And here's where the problem is. Down at the USC, University of Southern California, and the UCLA, okay, they got a competition going on right now. In the first ever, ladies and gentlemen, this is a God-honest truth. It's going to happen on April 25th. It's called sperm racing.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Sperm racing.
Yeah, that's a really good segue outside from Easter.
Yeah, this is why I said I didn't want to, but I'll do it anyways. Listen to me. This is so crazy. What they do is they basically have people that are going to do what they need to do to get their thing into a dish. Then with a microscopic telescope, they will watch the race with commentating, I might add. And you will watch and you'll say Jim from UCLA versus Bob from USC in a sperm race. And it's, buddy, they are dubbing this and trying to push this to be a big deal. It's not the NCAA. I want to make that clear. It's just something they're trying. But these two universities have put their names on it. These two universities have people that are going to go at it. And this is becoming a real thing with lots of backing. Social media is all over this.
You're joking.
I'm not joking. I wish I was. In fact, I'll read it to you. On a microscopic racetrack, sperm mobility will be tracked in real time. Live commentary, on-site betting at Sperm Racing. If you have Instagram, at Sperm Racing. Mission statement aims to make reproduction health more relevant while helping raise the decline in fertility rates. Now, here's a thought. I'm just throwing this out there. Nah, you know what? I'm going to leave it alone.
Okay,
I'm going to leave it alone.
So talk about overthinking. If you want to increase fertility rates,
yeah.
I mean, again,
What could it be?
Call me old school. Maybe have a different competition.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe put the Xbox down and maybe go out for a second.
Since you guys are all tough guys, eh? Hey, tough guys.
I mean, you know what? You know that this was created in the lab of guys, unfortunately, guys like me and you, just in different parts of the world. This is the tough thing to swallow. Because like part of you, Mitch, you can't tell me the part of you kind of respects it a little. You're like,
oh, not at all. I think this is the dumbest thing. The fact that I'm even bringing it up on the show is I'm a little mad at myself now. But at the same time,
my question,
this is what the show's about.
Of course. Listen, this is where you get the real news.
The real breaking news.
I only have one question.
Sure.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's a race.
Yeah.
It's trying to raise. It sounds like it's trying to raise some awareness.
So I saw a clip, by the way. I saw a clip.
So but follow me. This is the only worry I have.
Not the clip you guys are thinking of. Not the before. I saw the during the race.
The during.
During.
How do you test
the
athletes, which in this case would be the sperm,
right,
for performance-enhancing drugs?
Well, I see. Funny you say that's exactly what I was thinking. Imagine now the excuses that are gonna come out of all these guys, and assuming some of these guys have girlfriends. Hey, honey, sorry, no, I can't. I gotta use my juice for tomorrow for the race. I got a big race tomorrow.
Yeah, but is Cialis and Viagra and those things
100%.
Are they off the table?
It didn't say anything. I'll say this. I think this is in such a nuance. It's so new. There's no way that they have rules like this stipulated. So can you just imagine there's some dude walking around at USC right now and he's wearing his jogging pants and he is just torpedoing through, bro. He's just like ready to go. They're like, you in that sperm race? You go, yeah, how'd you know? No, just you look like somebody that could be in it.
All I know is leading up, there are a lot of really uptight, over-anxious men at those universities.
And what kind of who's watching this?
Good.
Hey, what are you doing tonight? I don't know. I was just gonna go for a drink. Want to sperm racing? Want to go watch it?
You want to watch the race? You want to go to the races?
Happening?
Today? What, track? No. Horse races? No. Well, kinda. Maybe.
The worst part is they're gonna have great numbers. They're gonna have just some great numbers. That's the worst part of this whole thing. All right, so real quick. Would you rather watch this or slap fight?
I still think I got this, actually, come to think of it. I can't get into slap fight. Hey,
I can't either.
I can't do it.
Yeah, Dana, this is the one that you hit everything else out of the ballpark. This one just can't get behind.
No, I can't either.
I would say use it in the. Can you slap somebody in the UFC? Probably, right? I'd say why not?
The only way that slap fight, in my opinion, gets really, really, really popular, where people can get behind it, is actually it's WrestleMania weekend, but you WWEify it, and if you had some production to it, or even the venue. Like, I joke about darts being like the greatest. I think last week
there's nothing to joke about.
But there's nothing to joke about because no one can tell me. Like, darts itself, you don't have to be into darts.
That's right.
But you can't not tell me that you wouldn't want to be where something is televised, where people are hitting super precision, but you're in a pub setting where the crowd is going wild. And if you had slap fight in the middle of a pub,
now you're onto something.
In the center court, like darts.
Yeah.
Like, like over-the-top Stallone styles, but like I'm telling you, people, that's the way to save the sport.
That's right.
It's not even saving it. Just, I see the clips on TV, and I'm not there.
I saw one where this lady, I don't know if it was AI or what. I don't know if you saw the same one. It was two women going at it, and the one slapped the other one, and the one was like of Asian descent. She got slapped, but then she didn't look Asian after the slap. Did you see this one?
No.
Oh, it's all over the internet. You got to see it. The girl slaps her.
So hard?
Buddy, that I don't know what happened. I don't know. This is why I'm like, I've never heard anyone say, oh, that's a fake clip. Like, you got to see it. That's how hard she got slapped, that she changed ethnicities. That's
guys, it's that's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
And the other thing too, like I wonder what the training regimen is. Like, do people do? You got to do neck exercises, right? Like,
for that,
like, you got to.
Yeah.
You know what I would do? I would totally cheat, right? Like,
I think they're all trying to.
well, but I would cheat in a different way. Like, I'd get like
kick 'em.
like El Grande Americano.
Oh, right.
I'd put metal plates in my cheeks. I'd get surgical cheek plates in my.
That's a great idea.
And then when they go to slap you, they're like, man,
They break their hand.
Like his face is made of steel.
That's right.
But it really is.
Buddy, great call. Great call.
Exactly.
You know what else is made of steel? A skate. You know what else is going on?
What?
The NHL playoffs are here. They're here. We did it. 82 games up, 82 games down. We're off. It's off to the NHL playoffs. They start tomorrow. I am pumped about it for a variety of reasons because, hey, we usually have like at least one game that's been played by the time we do a pod.
So
this
pumped.
is great. Yeah.
I'm so pumped that I'm willing to go buy a CD player and find Jock Jams, the CD, just to play
so funny
during the playoffs.
Why do they not change the CD at the Saddle Dome especially? Like, I don't go to other venues, obviously. Same music track all the time. It's crazy.
The in between.
Yeah,
I get that there's some songs that are. Yeah, I'm with you. I get that there's some songs that you want to keep as classics, right?
Yeah.
But
Well, let's get into it. Listen, I'm wearing the Flames hat. I take it off, but I put the headset on now. Guys, so close. You did what you had to do. I'll give you the respect. You had to do what you had to do. But doesn't it just go to show you have to finish all your games?
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about that Anaheim one from a couple of weeks ago where you guys were up 3-1. In 2 minutes, Anaheim ties it and you lose in overtime. That one could have been the breaker. That one could have did it for you guys.
I'm going to defend the Flames. Yes, in hindsight,
of
course. But what I see the other day, yesterday I saw that they tied the record for a team that has the most points that didn't make the playoffs.
That's right.
So or something like that.
So I did a quick little analysis. We'll get to it in a quick minute. I've told you guys before
it could be
on
any
the playoff.
game. Sorry, I'll let you run. It could be any game this year. It came down to one game.
It came down
somewhere along the lines.
Yeah, of course. But because we're so, this Anaheim one pops out because it was literally last week, and it was, they were up 3-1 with like 5 minutes left in the game. But anyways, as I did a quick little analysis of because you guys know I hate the playoff format. I'm not a fan of this way of how they currently do it. If you did the top 16 teams, doesn't matter if you're from the East or the West, the Flames are in the playoffs. They're number 14, 15 maybe, but they're in the bottom back. But 90 points easily got you in the East. Easily. All right. With that being said, Lord Stanley, we're going for you. The Florida Panthers are in. What does that mean? They got to defend. It's time for them to actually defend their Lord Stanley. Let's get down to it. Right before that, Kucherov won the scoring race. I'm just saying, I don't know how anyone can vote for McKinnon this year. Just saying, if that was your whole premise on it, I'm not saying he's not amazing. Me and Dimitri have dubbed him the best player in the NHL, but if you guys, this is why I think the NHL's got to change some things around. This is why, starting with the playoff format. Let's start in the East where we always like to start. The Washington Capitals, number 1 seed. Doesn't matter if it's in the Atlantic or if it was in the Central. The Washington Capitals will take on the team that literally needed the very last day. Their dog ate their homework. The Montreal Canadiens, they got in. Dimitri, right now, how do you feel that the number 1 team, the Washington Capitals, get the Montreal Canadiens in the first round of the playoffs?
Yeah, I think they might get gut punched, the Capitals, in the first maybe game or two. It'll be weird, but I got Washington on this one. I think Washington's a tough team, man.
Yeah, I think so too. There's no respect for some top teams here.
Yeah.
And like we told you a couple weeks ago, when the Winnipeg Jets, the number 1 team, are 9th basically in a ranking when it comes to winning the Stanley Cup by Vegas.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
I like Montreal's power, man. I like their young guns. I think they're going to be fun to watch. I'm looking at this one to go to 7, but I'm going to take Washington. I just think they have just a little bit more grind in them, and I think they're going to wear the Montreal Canadiens out a little bit.
I agree with that.
But I am looking forward to the first game in Montreal. Listen, I'm not a big Habs fan, but that crowd's unreal.
Unreal.
You can't fight that one. Can't fight it. Sticking to that division, let's look over at this one. The Carolina Hurricanes, not bad. Pretty good. We always like them, but we're, never enthused by them. Sorry, George. Versus the New Jersey Devils, which I kind of forgot about. I forgot all about Jersey. I think everyone has.
Yeah.
Who you got? Carolina, Jersey.
I really wanted to pick Jersey on this one because everyone forgot about it. Like there, you could see it. You could see the Jersey. But I got Carolina still.
Yeah.
I think Carolina is still a solid team, and just because they missed out on Rantanen, we got to remember the way it all landed at the end. It's not like they came out dirty.
Right.
That's a good hockey club there.
No, they got a good one. Brendamore's son played in that final game of the regular season, so you had dad coaching you. I don't think he's going to be on the roster going into the playoffs.
I think what's really going to help, too, is you got some of the guys on the team there that were in the Nations Cup.
Right.
I think that's good experience.
Sure it is. Absolutely.
Yep.
Buddy, I'm with you. I want the Devils hard. I did. In fact, they're one of my favorite teams, but right now, there's just something not clicking with those guys.
Yeah.
But the one thing I'll say, I'm just going to say this. Here's another Game 7 scenario. I'm dead serious. Carolina's goaltending doesn't excite me in any way. It doesn't. And if Jersey gets going, they've shown and can prove they're pretty exciting. They're pretty fun.
They're a crafty team.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. We'll give you Carolina. So that's Carolina and Washington down. We head over to the Atlantic. No, Sorando, we're not going to go there yet. We're going to go to maybe the best series in all of hockey, in my humble opinion. Some will say Avs and Dallas. I put this one at a close number 2. It's Tampa Bay, who took the 2nd seed, home ice advantage, taking on the defending Stanley Cup champions in the Florida Panthers. Dimitri, here's my whole thing. Florida's on a heater. You talk about guys that were in the nation. They got some guys that were in the nation. They got the coaching. They got the experience. You're taking on the defending champs, who are kind of like this is a Calgary-Edmonton series for sure, basically, if you want to look at it that way. But now, it's funny. Kachuk might be back for the playoffs. Interesting. Enough. Yeah. Marchand's there. Bennett. We haven't seen that line combination yet. We're all excited. The Barkovs. Ekblad will be back from his steroid use. He's going to be jacked to the tits. Who knows? I don't know what. Both goalies are Russian. This is as replica as you're going to get. You know what I mean? I don't know who to take here. I do have a team, and I'll tell you why. I'll start on this one. Give me my Tampa Bay Lightning, baby. Give me my Tampa Bay. Why? Listen, there's a team at the beginning of the year that the coach, the GM said, hey, Stamkos, get out of here. We don't need you. What? I dare you. How dare you? I'm Steve Stamkos. They're tough. This team is tough.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they don't care. They made a mistake where they got rid of Gord and some other grinders, which you guys all know how much I love the grinders, okay? And they turned around and said, hey, we made a mistake. We're going to go back and get them. And they brought them back from Seattle. When they make a mistake, they know how to fix it. Give me Tampa Bay and throw in the Cooch for fun.
Wow. I can't argue that, but I'm gonna. But I really can't, but I'm still gonna.
All right.
And one thing to note, if you're going to juice yourself,
don't
go halfway.
Don't go halfway.
Juice yourself to the
right to the titties. That's right.
Jeez, Mitch.
What? Is that bad? What's wrong? I don't get it. What?
Ah, boy. Okay, listen. It's got Game 7 written all over it.
Another Game 7.
This is going to be tough.
3 Game 7s.
I do got the Flow Riders, okay? I do, because I think that what you said about Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay is like inflation, as Mitch said. It's a silent killer.
Yeah.
It'll get you.
It'll get you.
I don't think it's an upset if Tampa Bay wins.
No,
but
not
I
at all.
am picking. Look, Florida, defending Stanley Cup champions. The retooling that they did and the gamesmanship, now that all the big teams have really caught up on, when it comes to injuries and bringing people back, it's just that's a lot of firepower on one team. It really is, Mitch. And then when you start getting the Reinhardts and Verhaeghe, when you get down the depth chart, I mean, it's scary.
It is. And you know, the only thing here, I'm going to throw the one asterisk that I never know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. The pressure. You're the defending Stanley Cup champion. Is that drive? Is that bite? Are you still hungry the way you were last year? I'm going to say it's hard to be like that all the way through.
I agree, but this group is different. When you got the Kachucks, when you got, buddy, the Marchand alone, that right there is going to, I mean, that's going to invigorate anyone on that team.
Either which way, I'm with you on this one. I actually just see this as a heavyweight tilt. Game 7 again. That's 3 in a row.
I'll put it to you this way. Yeah. This is the series I'm watching in the East.
100%.
This is the series I don't want to miss a game.
Well, there is one more. And this one is a doozy too, because you got your Toronto Maple Leafs, number 1 in the Atlantic. They held on, and they did a great job of doing so against a team that's kind of like them in a weird way. I mean, not just because they're from Canada, they're Canada's capital. Some would argue Toronto is. Ottawa will say, too bad, it's on the map, it says us. Ottawa versus Toronto. Toronto, obviously, with home ice advantage here. I'll let you take this one.
Listen, here's how I see it playing out. It's going to be the same old song and dance. I actually think Toronto is going to crush Ottawa.
Yeah.
Okay, I do. And then we're going to get the same thing. They're going to have a great opening round. They got the right matchup. They did it in beautiful style. The media is going to go crazy.
Yeah.
And then we're going to they just have to get to a place where they're tested. But there's no Boston this year. There's no Boston. And you know that everyone likes that. Just having them not around is just good enough. But look, I like Toronto. I think it's a different team. I think they're playing different. I think any moment you start looking and you say, you know, the Matthews is not a, hey, everyone, let's watch him to be a 60-goal scorer. You're not hearing as much about the big guys anymore.
Right.
The defense, I think, has gotten better in Toronto. I like the way they're playing. This is the first time in my life, not in my life, but this is the first time in a while that I've seen the Toronto Maple Leafs place and seed in an area of significance, and no one's really giving them enough press because they're actually talking about other people. This is a good spot for them. I like Toronto.
I got to admit, as much as I want to argue against you and I want to go against Sarando and everybody else that loves their Toronto Maple Leafs, it's true. This is a different Toronto team. It's your year. This has to be your year.
This has to be.
1967 has never looked so close to what this could be. I am also going to take the Maple Leafs here for all the right reasons. The only thing I have with them is that your goalie has to, not for this series, going forward, and we'll talk about the rest of the series, but Stolars, if that's who you guys are going to roll with, that dude's got to steal some games, and he's got to be that guy that people need him to be. The whole team is good. It's good. Treliving's done a great job. You know, Brad Treliving needs a little more respect on his name as maybe one of the best GMs, if not the best in the game, because this guy keeps taking scenarios and cleaning them up a little bit and making them a little bit better. Because when you look at this team, you know, the big names have been there, but it's the little pieces that I keep telling you guys about that I think are the big deal.
Yeah.
The fact that Austin Matthews, who last year had like 70 goals and this year's got, 34, literally half goals, right? Not the big a deal, but you're never going to leave him alone. Mitch Marner on fire. That's really what it is all about. That Mitch Marner is the hottest thing in Toronto. And I hope the Chicago Blackhawks understand how big a deal this is. You guys got to go get him. And when he puts on a show, Toronto, get your checks out. To Chicago, get your checks out. Because I'm telling you, this is the Mitch Marner sweepstakes. Mark it here right now.
They got to do something here, Mitch.
Darn right.
And the Berube. We can't forget the Berube factor.
Well, this is what I'm saying. The Treliving factor. Yeah. Bringing in, tweaking everything. And you're right. Berube is awesome. Speaking of Berube, we head over to the West now. It's the number 1 Winnipeg Jets taking on Berube's old team, the St. Louis Blues. Dimitri, number 1 team. No respect on their name. I mean, we've talked about it for the last few weeks. It's come up. What do you got? Hottest team in the NHL in the St. Louis Blues versus the number 1 team in the NHL in the Winnipeg Jets.
This has to be, like, if you're Winnipeg.
Yeah, seriously.
When you say, I can't catch a break, I can't catch a break. Look, they're going to get tested, and they're going to get tested hard.
Yeah.
And they are, like, to me, St. Louis is actually the most dangerous team to play in a first round.
Oh, 100%.
In all of the NHL. I do got Winnipeg on this one.
You got Winnipeg.
I do. And look, Winnipeg was a solid team last year. I think they're a solid team this year. The stats will prove it. The blemish was their goaltending in Connor Hellebuck last year. Mm-hmm. And if all that does is just get 50% better, that's good. That's all they need.
You know what, buddy? So I saw old cousin Jim this week. We had a coffee. He, by the way, he's got his prediction. I'll give it to you in a little bit. Long and short of it is this. It's the St. Louis Blues in the upset of the year. The 8th seed. They're not an 8th seed. They shouldn't be an 8th seed. They got late to the party. But are you going to get mad at the guy that comes late to the party, that brings the Crown Royal and brings the ice? No. You covet him. You say, you're amazing. Thank you so much. We were running low. Thanks for bringing it. We're going to get trashed together. We're going to have a great old time. Long and sorry and the short. The St. Louis Blues are stacked. Yeah. They're feeling the heat. And when you got Billington, who's not as good as Hellebuck, and who I think is going to win the MVP in Hellebuck, long story short, prove me wrong. Right now, St. Louis, the problem right now is that Winnipeg has to prove to themselves that they are who they think they are. And ladies and gentlemen, take the St. Louis Blues in the upset of all upsets. Woo! Right there. Woo! Woo! We move over to now. Earlier I said it was Tampa Bay and it was Florida that was going to be the best series, but man, this is why the NHL has to change the playoff format, because you got the two teams that Vegas says should be playing for the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And they're playing each other in the first round of the playoffs. It's the Colorado Avalanche at number 2. It's the Dallas Stars, or pardon me, Dallas is at number 2 and Colorado at number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you got in this one, Dimitri?
I mean, I'm about to say what I'm going to say, and I'm not confident in it because it's hard to in matchups like these.
Yeah.
It really is. But I do. I got me the Dallas Stars.
You got Stars.
I got the Stars.
You got the Stars.
I won it in 7 just so I could get more of this type of hockey. And I think it's just going to come down to the little nitty-gritty. It's not just the Rantanen, but, that's weird. Sagan's back.
Hey,
wow.
Huh. What?
Really?
But Landeskog is back for...
what?
I mean, it took 2 years, but still he's there. Interesting.
Like, these guys... It might go into Game 8. I don't know.
That's right.
It might go into Game 8, Game 9.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
This is the first ever 9-game series.
Actually, what I'd want is they keep playing each other until everyone else plays each other,
right.
And then they just go right to and then they play their last game for the Western Conference Final. Look, all in all, I got Dallas, not by much. It's goaltending. It's just that much better. That's all I got to it. Look, Colorado did an awesome job of retooling that team. They really did. Like, you bring in that many guys new and you're still effective, and all the changes that you made, and you have, in my opinion, the most dangerous combination in the NHL.
Right.
And that's not on just the forward line. I'm saying McKinnon.
Yeah.
Like, you're covering a lot of ice a lot of dangerous ice. But I think Dallas is just...
Buddy, I looked at so I Googled it last night. I wanted to see the two rosters. And what I'm going to tell you is this. It is down the middle.
Yeah.
They might be clones of each other, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, it literally is like Colorado goes, hey, get everyone out of Dallas and just give them different last names. And just like they went down the list. And you're absolutely right. Blackwood and Wedgwood versus Ottinger, right? Ottinger is better. Here's where my little problem lies. I was ready to take Dallas, and I'm going to try to join you. I'm trying to convince myself not to take Colorado. And here's the only reason I want to take Colorado now. As I look at everyone, you look at forwards, Dallas has got them. You look at defense, Colorado's got them by a mile. And then you look at goalies, and you got Dallas. So you say to yourself, well, Dimitri or Mitch, it's 2-1. But here's the problem.
What if one crumbles?
Haskinen's out right now. He's hurt in Dallas. And that dude, he's no Makar, but he's as close as they got. After that is a big drop-off. And I can't help but go, give me a little Colorado to knock out a team that really shouldn't get knocked out. But I'll take Colorado in 7. Another 7-game series I'm predicting.
That's a good one, Mitch.
Boom. We head over to the Pacific. And it's the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Everyone's forgotten about them. Everybody. Taking on the Minnesota Wild. Dimitri, I got one question before you tell me who you like in this one. Who's got the real home ice advantage here? Follow me. Obviously, Vegas. You don't want to be there because right now WrestleMania is going on. That would be just crazy.
Yeah.
Then you got Minnesota, and you're like, I can't wait to get the hell out of here. So my whole thing is, who's got the bigger home ice, and who do you got in this
And that's
one?
Minnesota. It's not the visiting team. They're like, please, can we play? Can we come over? No, we'll go to your house.
What are your thoughts on all 82 games being away?
And so why don't you bring your friends over to our house? No, Ma. Everyone's going over to Vegas's house. Yeah, we're having a sleepover at John's house.
Oh, that's good. That's
crazy.
good.
Listen. Yeah, I got Las Vegas. That's another team too, man.
Yeah.
Like I mean, these guys are good.
They are good, and they're under the no one's talking about them,
Like-
and they like it this way. Like, hey, you don't tell them where you bought the drugs. You don't tell them where you bought the drugs.
You know what I don't understand? It's like this. It's like, guys, it's great. We've been sperm racing for like 2 weeks. No one said nothing. Here's what I don't understand. The most polarizing city in the world
Yes.
has the most polarizing jerseys in these shiny gold buckets
They're pretty shiny.
with a good like everything. The NHL's the only place
Yeah.
where the eyes are not on Vegas.
It's weird, isn't
It's
it?
like, so let me get this straight. It's like nobody, oh my goodness, we're a Las Vegas team. We literally been at the craps table for 9 hours straight, and everyone's still talking about Toronto and Montreal. This is amazing.
It's crazy. And they love it. And they
love it.
And they got like 20 G's they've won on all the rolls. They're like, yeah, keep rolling.
They're the kind of
Oh, would you look at that? Dallas and Colorado are doing the same thing. They're betting the same numbers as us, where they're doing the LTIR thing. They're
Totally.
like, oh, yeah, our players are hurt. Yeah, of course. Hey, just copy what Vegas is doing. Just copy what
This is like going and visiting.
copy what Vegas is doing.
But it is like going to visit a friend in Boca.
Did you change the carpet in here?
This is like visiting your friend in Boca, and then you come back, you're like, is this how you live life down here? Yeah, we all do. What? Yeah, we don't wear shirts.
Huh. Well, I'll head back to Iowa. I'll be back.
Yeah, where are you going back? Where's home for you? Seattle.
Des Moines? Heartland of America?
Wow. Well, not in my America. From Missoula.
See, this is why other countries want to fight them. This is it. This is what I'm telling you guys. This is it.
Yeah, exactly. You play for the Minnesota Wild, hey? Huh.
Okay, last
Is that
one.
the same team as the North Stars?
Were. Same colors. Were. Sometimes we don their jerseys, too.
You know what I love about Minnesota,
That's
too?
a good team, though.
Minnesota's the most boring team in the most boringest place,
Yeah.
and then they go and they make the most boringest jersey color.
Yeah. No, boring. Wild. Like,
Yeah.
that's the most vague name of the Wild. Like,
Yeah.
we're the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah.
Huh? What? What do you mean? Like, how do you pump yourself up? You know, like, I'm a Panther. Yeah, let's rip them apart.
Get
We're
'em.
Wild. Pretend like they're not wearing jackets outside.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Okay,
What
well,
are
what
we
are our
doing?
colors going to be? The colors of the forest during fall.
Wait. That in-between period.
Yeah.
Where it's the leaves are kind of blossoming again,
Yeah.
but not all the way
Still
through.
a little bit of snow
And
left.
it's a little scary,
The grass is brown.
and you don't know what's out there.
Wild. Because that's wild.
That's crazy wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bears are thinking about leaving the den. Harr.
Hey, I got to check my calendar.
Yeah.
Is hibernation over yet?
Whoa. Minnesota Wild.
Oh, God.
Rar.
And here it is. The guys to the north of us are in the playoffs. The Edmonton Oilers are back again. And guess what?
Wow.
Guess who
Huh.
they're playing?
Wow.
I'm telling you, you're not going to believe me if I told you.
No.
No, you're wrong. No,
Calgary made it in?
I wish. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? No. The LA Kings are once again taking on the Edmonton Oilers, but this time they start in LA at least. I guess you could say. That's it.
Yeah.
Dimitri, who do you got in this one? LA taking on Edmonton. Uh-oh. He gave me a look.
Guys.
There's a look.
Guys.
He gave me a look.
Guys. You cannot give people too many chances to get after it.
That's right.
And I got to tell you, everyone thinks that the story should go a certain way.
That's right.
And maybe that story should go a certain way until it doesn't. You say, Dimitri, you haven't called an upset yet, have you?
No, you haven't.
I haven't, because I was saving the best for last because I knew he would too. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the LA Kings actually winning this series this year. It's going to be tight. It's going to be gruesome. They know how to play each other. Guys, we got to remember one thing. In all these years of Edmonton glory that they've played the LA Kings, for whatever reason, it's gone 6 games.
Yeah.
LA does not have a problem playing this team. And I'll tell you what, all they did was just get a little bit better, and a little bit better, and a little bit better. And there's still some guys like the Kopitar and the Doughty that are holding it together. They're no slouches, these guys. They're not bad players. Guys, I think Edmonton, everyone thinks that they should just be right back at the final because of who they are and what they have and all these things. And maybe I'll be wrong. And if I'm wrong, so what? Edmonton won.
So what?
Big deal. So what?
Who cares?
What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do?
Come on.
I dare you. Come down here.
Hey,
Come on.
Go get your shine box. Come on. God. But I got the LA Kings, Mitch. I got them in, I'll say 7 to be nice, but I think it's 6 in my heart of hearts.
Dude, I've been going back and forth on this one, and I'm just going to do everyone a solid. Everyone thinks I hate Edmonton. I don't hate Edmonton.
I don't either. I want them in the final.
Do I want the Kings to win? The answer is yes. Do I want Edmonton to win? No, but here's the thing. Right now, they've been injured for the last little while, and it doesn't seem like some guys are like Ekholm won't be back. He's pretty much gone for the rest of the playoffs. That's your best defense,
Guys,
your best defense. And what did I say earlier? I'd be a little bit contradictory if I said your goaltending's the best, because it's not. So you didn't address the goaltending. Your best defenseman is out. I can't really support you guys all the way through, but you guys do have the 2 best offensive players maybe in the National Hockey League. I will say this. I'm going to choose Edmonton, but I'm choosing you because every time I choose against you guys seem to pick to win. So I'm doing the opposite of opposites. Ladies and gentlemen, give me the Edmonton Oilers in 7.
Wow.
Do it.
Wow.
Book it, baby. Wait a minute. So this week there's no power ranking, the Sports Show power ranking, but there is. Really quickly, it's the Sinatra's power ranking of what does a team need to win in the playoffs.
Okay.
We've talked about it, and we'll talk about it more next week. Dimitri, Sinatra's 403-472-5222. Here we go. Number 5, you need the intangibles, the shot blockers, the guys that are going to get in front of that puck, smash it with their face, and then come back in, a la Tom Wilson. That's all I'm saying. You don't have that guy on your team, you're not winning the Stanley Cup.
That's right.
At number 4, coaching. I think it's a little overrated, but at the same time, I look at a guy like John Cooper and I'm like, it's actually something that you need. Right?
Yep.
Would you say?
Yep.
Okay. And number 3, I said it a few times, defense. I think as much as you don't need a goalie, but you need the defenseman. And the guy, because these guys log all the minutes. Dimitri, you got to have a good defenseman on your team for the Stanley Cup run.
Absolutely.
And number 2, you do need the superstar. You need 1 or 2 on your team. Some teams have 3 or 4, but you need 2 to show up for sure, and they got to be who they say they are. It's the superstar at number 2.
I like it, Mitch.
And then at number 1, it's the utility guys. It's literally the 3rd and the 4th line. If your 3rd and 4th line guys are scoring and doing what they're supposed to do, mark you down for the parade in your city, because that will win you the Stanley Cup. Boom! There it is.
Wow. You know what? And I'm glad you put that at number 1. I didn't know you were doing a power rankings this, because you're right. We did it for the year. We did it. It's playoff time. It's all that stuff. You need the 3rd, 4th line guys. You do. But here's what you didn't know.
What?
You didn't know that also I was going to do a flop of the
You got
playoffs.
a flop?
I got a flop of the playoffs. Listen, it's Sinatra's. It's the home of the flop. They got the best flop because they're on top. Give them the number one more time.
403-472-5222.
That's right. But the flop of the playoffs really comes down to, Mitch kind of said it. He said it, not kind of. He did, but I have to reaffirm it.
But what is it?
The biggest flop of the playoffs is when your star players are not your star players. We talk about it all the time. Funny enough, it's a pizza topping too. But look, if you want to get the money, then you better produce the honey. And if you want to get your 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 20, 25, I don't care what it is, $1 million a year, you prove it during these times that you're worth all the money. So the flop of the year in the playoffs goes to those who don't say who they are and don't show who they need to be.
That's right.
There it is.
Boom, there it is. NBA playoffs. I mean, this is the nice thing about if you're a fan of both the NBA and the NHL. They're right there together. You're getting playoff 2 times.
2 times.
But the thing I can't get behind the NBA has had a hard year. Tough year for the NBA. Just a lot of bad pub, not great. But this play-in game, Dimitri, is absolutely ridiculous. Yesterday, 2 teams booked it in. Dallas was the 10th seed. They actually had a chance to make it as the 8th seed. They end up losing. Fine, that worked out.
Good
but
trade.
then the 10th seed, the Miami Heat.
Hold on. Good trade.
Yeah, exactly.
Well
Great call, guys.
Great call.
Way to go. And then you got the 10th seed, the Miami Heat, actually beat Atlanta. So your 10th seed is now your 8th seed. But Dimitri, the biggest problem I have for all of this is this. What does it matter to play the 82 games then? All you're telling your teams is that all you have to do is make it to at least 10th, and then you're giving yourself a chance. If I'm the Dallas owner who didn't pay Doncic right now, but I had to pay for a charter flight to get my boys out to go play this final game, and I just lost $100K because I'm sure a charter flight is that much, and then I don't get in, but I was going to be in if I was the 8th seed. It's like in this case, it doesn't work. But the Miami one, the Atlanta, if I'm Atlanta owner, I'm pissed. I'm like, I had my 8th seed. My playoff revenues were going to start coming in. Now I don't get a play in.
It's stupid.
I don't get to play.
Yeah,
This is
stupid.
craziness.
Yeah, it's not right, Mitch. It's absolutely not right. Look, the thing with the play-in game is on one end where you have a discrepancy with the playoffs where you say a team like the Calgary Flames actually finished in conventional seeding as a playoff team, but because of the format, they're looking and saying, well, maybe this might alleviate. No, it doesn't alleviate it. Like, why are you giving a 10th place team access for the playoffs?
Exactly.
Like, is it like I can't get over this. We're going to talk about this every year and slam the NBA until it changes and gets rectified.
Yeah.
You guys screwed up your All-Star game. You're screwing up your playoffs. And on top of it, why do you care whether the 10th seed goes in when your league is built upon making your 1 and 2 seeds the most phenomenal teams on the planet? Exactly. Until the point you're ready to put a full salary cap, this will never work, you guys.
Yeah.
Because how is it that you could just luxury your tax and be the greatest phenom of a team anyways? I mean, you look at the NBA, the top teams, sweep round 1, sweep round 2, kind of a series in round 3, and then you make it to the final, which we know Boston's going to win the NBA championship this year. I called it unless, I don't know, the Lakers decide to hit them in the 7th game.
Exactly.
Like, come on. You guys all know it's going to be Boston. It's going to be LA. I don't need to think twice about it. This is how it's going to happen. And it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire... I get fired up over, and this is why our society's weak. This is sports. Let's have a participation award for those who deserve some credit every year.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. So you know what? Forget the 82 games. Why don't you just play 82 games, and then when you get to it, allow the 16th team to have, with the 9th, up to the 9th team, a play-in. Like, it just, come on, you guys. This is stupid.
Dude, it's so bad. And especially those teams that in 10th. You don't think they know they were in 10th? They're like, oh, yeah, hey, you know what? I can't wait to get down to Mexico. Relax a little bit. Yeah. What? We won?
Huh?
We're playing in a 7-game series?
Oh. Yeah.
Like, dude, it's such a bad idea. I don't know why this hasn't been kiboshed. It's horrible. And then here's the other thing. To your point about the Lakers real quick. Right now, Golden State is going to take on Houston. Houston is the number 2 seed in the West, okay? That's the more dominant of the conferences. Yeah. And somehow Golden State is favored, even in Vegas odds, over the number 2 seed because Steph Curry, because of Draymond Green. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, they're so good. Like, you guys don't even believe in it. You guys don't even believe in your seeds. When Vegas is calling your 2nd seed is to lose to the 7th seed who had to play in to get to the 7th. Like, don't even get me going. It's so ridiculous.
It's
so
insane.
ridiculous. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Just like he went on a quick rant we're off to Rapid Banter. Aaron Rodgers still has not picked a team. He did say, though, on the McAfee show this week that he'll play for a mere $10 million a year. Maga or Malaka?
Yeah, they're called the Calgary Stampeders.
I've heard this story, too, by the way.
Actually?
Yeah. This week, CFL odds came out of if Rodgers will come over. Calgary's second last. Only Edmonton is worse odds of Rodgers joining.
Well, because Edmonton has the Packers colors.
You know, and he should go.
He should.
I mean,
go.
it makes all the sense.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I was just making.
Yeah,
a joke.
no, it was all over the
okay,
internet.
Okay.
Sidney Crosby and Malkin got Ovi a gift for breaking the record. Did they actually have to give him a gift?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
No,
but it was a nice Rolex.
Yeah, it was nice. Masters last week. Ken Griffey Jr., ex-phenom in baseball, is an official photographer for the Masters. Passion project, or it's better than Uber Eats.
You know, you just know that on the team. He's like, when this is all over, I'm getting into photography.
Logan Paul bought Wayne Gretzky's game-used stick for $336,000 at an auction. Do you get a roll of tape with that?
You shouldn't you?
Yeah, well, you think so. You think so. And I mean, are you going to use it? Would you use it like a guy like that, Logan Paul? I could see him using it in his garage. Like he's using it to shoot a puck.
I think you shoot a puck or two.
You got it, right?
I think you do.
Last one. Will this finally be the year that Canada brings back Lord Stanley?
Probably not.
Probably yeah. Not in this America.
Not in this America. Not going to happen.
All right, here we go. We're off to Maga Malaka. I talked it at the beginning, sperm racing. So then I Googled it. Weird sports. Here we go.
Well,
cheese rolling, Maga or Malaka. Cheese rolling. I'm sure you've seen this. Take out a roll of cheese down the steepest hill, and people go running down this hill.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Maga.
Yeah.
That'll test you.
That'll
test you.
A lot of different ways. Wife carrying. Have you seen this? You basically put your wife on your back and you carry her, both literally and figuratively.
I'm going to say Maga because all of our wives carry us on their backs. And as a representative of the sports show, I just want to acknowledge the fact that all the wives and mothers and everyone out there that I do not take any sort of bait. And, did I say Maga? Because, I mean, they don't get enough credit. That's right. So
they don't.
Again, this is how I feel. Nice try, Mitch.
Toe wrestling. Maga or Malaka?
Malaka.
You know what?
Like you just can't wrestle.
So let's say you're in it. And let's say you're the best of the best.
Yeah.
And you go into the office. Because I'm assuming that the money on this isn't huge, right? And you go into the office, you're like, hey, what are you doing? Murray, what are you doing this weekend? I got a big championship.
Because Murray would
what
be
are you
likely
jiu-jitsu,
candidate.
wrestling? Like, what are you into? Yeah, I don't like to brag too much, but I am the world champion toe wrestling. Left foot. What is happening here?
Listen,
toe wrestling.
Okay. All I want to know is, in toe wrestling, what constitutes cheating? Like, at what point are you like, hey,
long nail? I'm imagining the nail.
We
nail
know.
length.
Yeah, Murray is a 3-time reigning champion, but we know.
And then, is there weight classes for toe wrestling?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, because some people might have like the gargantuan toe.
I want that
right?
big toe check for performance-enhancing drugs.
Damn it. This guy's got diabetes. I can tell from a mile away. Check this guy out. Here's one I saw. I've seen this for years, and I'm like, again, why? Underwater hockey. Have you seen this? You basically have like a snorkel on. You go all the way down.
Okay. It's not the players that bother me on the underwater hockey.
Yeah.
It's the goaltender. What a bad position to be in.
That's a good point.
Like
That's a good point. I never thought of that.
It's one thing to be the goalie in street hockey. Like, hey, Murray, you're in net again today, okay?
Oh, what?
Come on, guy. Well, I just thanks for the invite. I'll be back next week. but here I'm sitting here and I'm like, underwater hockey. Yeah, I'm the goalie.
Yeah, if you're not in scuba gear, they're pretty much trying to kill you, bro. Just a little FYI. Just like,
I'm the starting goalie for the Calgary Urchins.
Calgary. By the way, I'll give you. You know where I'll give you respect underwater hockey if you fight. If I see you guys dropping your, well, I don't think you're wearing gloves, but let's assume you're wearing your flippers. Then I say respect to this one. I'll give you a Maga if there's fighting in it, which I haven't seen yet. I'll give you that one. Last one. Here it is. Quidditch. So I didn't watch Harry Potter. I haven't seen any of this, but it's that game they play in Harry Potter. But here's the thing. I have seen a clip of how they play it in the movie where you're on a broom and you're flying around. There's losers out here, by the way, Malaka, that grab a broom, put it between their legs, and run around and throw a ball in a hole. I'm just going to say something to you. The sperm racing actually sounds better than this. I'm just saying.
I'll tell you whose sperms are not winning. Okay? The ones that are not winning are playing Quidditch.
Right.
It's a movie. You might as well just have, look, and I'm a Star Wars guy.
Hey.
But you might as well have lightsaber duels while you're at it.
Why not?
And then here's the other one. You might as well be the people that are doing the horse racing.
That's right. Yeah.
Like the horse jumping.
The horse jumping
human
thing.
Horse jumping.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys aren't winning any sperm races. You want to know why?
I disagree. They are actually the participants in sperm racing, probably, most likely.
Sure, Mitch. Sure. But look, you know what? If the cream rises to the top, not in those sports. At the end of the day, I'll tell you who would win sperm racing. You want to know who wins?
Who's
the roster wins. The people that take the time out of their day to listen to the sports show, that sit through 352 episodes up until now, who jump on the train right now because they realize it can't be stopped. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't thank you enough for tuning in. Remember, at Sports Show Podcast, look for the... I said shit. I was like, it's coffee, I promise. At Sports Show Podcast. look for the blue and white logo. One for the books. We got to shove it in the locker because we got to hit the showers, and we really do. Like it's Kaliana says Pascha. Happy Easter, everyone, and
all the best.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Have a great week.
W, we're saved by the bell by the Sports Show, playing every week. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Sports Show TV, at Sports Show Podcast. Amy, do it. At Sports Show Podcast. Amy can do anything.
She's the best.